Hello, I'm Laura. It's February 21st, 2026, and these are the Saturday Heartlines. The Saturday Heartlines are usually a look at the past week with its theme and its topics to see what message arises for us today. But today we are looking back over 2 weeks, and this is because we had 2 technical breakdowns that made it difficult to post these videos for a few days. So we have a total of 9 topics over the past 2 weeks that address the theme of the greatness of the human heart. And the message that arises from these topics is the value of the human heart. Think of the value of a large and beautiful house. Well, a space that is larger and even more beautiful is your own heart. It is the largest space in the world because it is infinite in what it can take in and hold in love. And so we look at our topics beginning with Sunday, February 8th. On that day, we looked at the strength of the human heart, the strong heart, and the courage of the Olympic athletes that have been through all they've been through to get to those Winter Olympics in Milan. On Monday, we looked at the healing power of the broken heart as we looked at the story of Lindsey Vonn, who broke her leg her first time out on the slopes in the Olympic competitions. And we considered that sometimes when we really go for the gold being what our soul values, we experience a broken heart along the way, but that a broken heart is also an open heart, a heart that is open to the strength of our inner resilience and the empathy we can have for others facing difficult times and the creativity of exploring new possibilities in life. Then we were offline for 3 days. And when we returned on Friday the 13th, we looked at the heart of belief. Now, how interesting that we talked about the broken heart and then we had a breakdown. So we actually considered that belief renders the power of love to heal and restore us in soul and body and our affairs in life. On the Saturday Heartlines last week, it was Valentine's Day. So we looked at the story of Valentine traditions like cards and roses and chocolates. And we celebrated the creative beauty and sweet sustenance of life. On Sunday, we looked at the heart of peace as we honored the journey of 19 Buddhist monks in the United States, traveling through several states, 2,300 miles from Texas to Washington, D.C., where they shared a message that the peace we seek is already within us. Monday was President's Day here in the United States, and we looked at the heart of freedom, inspired by the Gettysburg Address of Abraham Lincoln, and how important it is to be an instrument of love, equality, and respect in the world. On Tuesday, we celebrated 3 holidays. Tuesday at sunset, Ramadan began, and the Chinese New Year was celebrated on Tuesday, as well as Mardi Gras, the day before the season of Lent begins. And in these 3 celebrations, we discovered a richness of different cultures and how we can learn from each other. Wednesday, we had another breakdown, so we didn't get out our Wednesday heartwarmer this past week. But on Thursday, we looked at the heart of possibilities and the seasons of Ramadan and Lent, and how they remind us of our connection to the infinite, whatever we call it, spirit or God or just love itself. It is infinite and eternal, and that same spirit that created the universe lives in us as love for ourselves and for each other. On Friday, we looked at the heart of justice. And we looked at the headlines of the continuing repercussions of what is revealed in the Epstein files, which many of them have yet to come out, and we certainly hope that whatever it is we're hearing in the news, that they do at some point for the greater healing that is taking place in many hearts around the world. And we looked at how justice really is founded in integrity and accountability and self-love and compassion for others. And that brings us to today, the value of the human heart, the largest and most beautiful space in the world, and I would dare to say in the universe, because within it we can hold that strength and courage. We can hold that healing power. We can hold our belief in possibilities. We can hold love and beauty. We can hold peace and freedom. And with all of these having room in our hearts, we can bring in our close relationships, our communities, and our world. And we're going to start doing that right now by taking a deep breath and closing our eyes and holding to this idea. I live in a beautiful place because I dwell in the space of the heart, and all are welcome. I live in a beautiful place because I dwell in the space of the heart, and all are welcome. And so it is. So even with a catch in my throat, I am here to say, you are welcome in my heart, and to thank you for letting me come into your heart through these words of these daily videos. The heart is of great value because it truly is the largest space and the most beautiful place to dwell in all the world. Thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.